So yeah, that was pretty cool.
This is in the Ziggurat, which is the Port 11s. Epic Elite.
Did it play on one of the major American networks, like NBC, ABC, CBS?
It did, yeah. And then in Canada, it played on the Major Kids network.
Do I get an award for dying in every one of your Twitches tonight?
I think when you're grouping with clerics, you're not supposed to die.
You just go on to the next life.
Yeah, free res with every missed heal.
That it's not just clerics, but it's 3 clerics.
And a druid. So many people have healing capabilities.
Well, I apologize. It's my nature. I'm carrying my healing weight.
The sad part is when it's really obvious in the video that there was plenty of time to heal them.
You were just distracted. No, preoccupied with something else. Yes.
Well, like I say, it was actually easier before people were self-healing or self-sufficient because...
Then you actually pay more attention to healing people.
Yeah, exactly. Like back in EverQuest where it would just be, you know, tank and heal and everybody else is kind of on their own as long as the tank stays alive. If you get aggro and you die, well that's, you know, that should be a lesson for you.
Couple of guys on the entrance.
But in a way I agree that Epic Elite's not quite hard enough.
Yeah, especially if you have a decent amount of destiny to find it out.
Well, if you have a whole group.
At one end of the chamber stands
I mean, do you remember when you played Elite by everything had to be held? Every mob had to be held all the time?
Sits high atop the ziggurat.
Oh yeah.
Elminster has just arrived, meeting you as promised. Perhaps he has an idea on how to open the portal.
Well, we got a lot more awesome. So, it kind of follows that this all gets easier.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I mean, if this were really hard where the mobs could almost one-shot anybody that wasn't a tank, then we would be a lot more careful to play only in the crowd control and to use strategy, right?
I do find that in the old days it was a lot more strategic.
Yeah, it's a lot more like permadeath. Everybody's stuck together. You had to have a plan for everything.
And I get that it's harder to get a group now, and so having
portal
you know, they're encouraging solo play, I guess.
of the ziggurat is so vast that the drow use
I do like how raids still maintain that level of playstyle.
Yes.
Like, in order to use less resources, you because of strategy and all that fun stuff.
We'll also have to acknowledge how much knowing the quest affects how easy it is.
True.
I mean, I remember the first couple times running What Goes Up, it was just a nightmare, tons and tons of deaths. Now it's no big deal to run.
Same thing with Shadow Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not tons of deaths, but when we were first learning it, then it was
The walls and ceilings of these
not
halls
easy
are
like it is
choked
now.
with densely layered webs. Clearly, this
Yeah, it
area
wasn't
is
tons of deaths,
devoted
it was
to
just
Lolth's
party wipes.
favorite creature.
And now it's flag lights.
Yeah. Well, those are what makes this game a lot of fun. Are the raids with everybody's got roles, things to do. You have to count on people to do stuff.
I do like the teamwork involved in the precision and the timing. And if that doesn't work, then the game punishes you for that.
But I guess that's the challenge: is how do you encourage situations that require specific roles without without mandating them?
Yeah.
That's what I like about Abbott. I know that some plugs would stone the beholders, but we don't. We have turning clerics instead. Just different ways of approaching the same goal.
There's some more commendations for Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah, I worry that the turning's not going to work on Epic Elite, though.
Well, then for
Yeah.
Epic Elite, you can do it. I can only turn them one at a time, and you have to be set up for it. Like when we were doing the Madstone the other night, I wasn't really set up for doing turning. I was down a whole whack of charisma, and I don't have an item yet on that character.
Now, I think it's great if you get to where you can turn the beholders on Epic Elite in that raid, but I would just be surprised if you could.
Drow guards stand a mute watch throughout this.
But I don't know what level the beholders go to.
Take care of them before you'll be able to reach the spell component.
You can turn them, but only one at a time. Like now I can turn, if they're close enough, I can turn a pair of them, but Epic Elite, they take too many hit dice, so I can only turn them one at a time. Well, that's my theory anyways. I didn't have any problems on hard, I was still turning them two at a time. We were doing
Nice.
the hards. But it's like anything else, you sacrifice it. Like I sacrifice a lot with that character. It doesn't really do much else other than turn stuff.
With its Drow guardians,
Yeah, but still.
So does that character get dizzy a lot?
yours for the taking.
Oh, pardon me?
Does that character get dizzy a lot?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll have to see that.
thanks for the accommodations, everyone.
You're
You're
going to be
welcome.
so loaded down with accommodations that you won't be able to walk by the time we're done.
No, she's going to go shopping.
Ah, yes.
That's right.
And she hates shopping.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
I'm not a big fan of shopping either. I just go in and get what I need and leave.
She's like that most places. There's just certain kinds of stores that she doesn't do that in. Vintage stores and shoe stores.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get out of any vintage store.
Well, but each item in a vintage store is more unique, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like a loot chest.
It totally is.
I like furniture stores and antique stores and electronic stores. Kind of a bit of an
Sounds
extreme.
like you like shopping.
I don't really like clothing stores though. I just go in, oh look, quick scan, I like this, try it on, it works. And then go pay for it. My sister, on the other hand, spends forever in a mall.
Oh, I hate malls. There's just nothing unique
too.
there. I'll go there if I need, socks. It's not my place to shop.
Malls are closing across the country. Apparently, a lot of people are feeling that way about them. They seem to have lost their uniqueness.
Probably just they overbuilt them.
Yeah, could be that too.
Too many.
You guys are supposed to be teenagers. I'm getting too
Can't
old for that
count
stuff.
change.
Okay, we want to kill the red name last. We want to kill all the slaves first.
The sounds of both misery and contempt tell you
Poor slaves.
have discovered.
Yeah, I get the min-max part about this, but isn't that wrong?
How can it be wrong? We've had lots of slaves, and we've saved lots of slaves. Now we've got to sacrifice a few. Get too many slaves, you end up with employment problems. Coming.
Okay, conquest.
Commendations.
Thank you.
Now, there was some old video game where you had to get clues along the way. It was like a D&D game. I don't remember which one, like Fantasy 1 maybe. But one of the clues was 3, you see, can never be free. And the correct answer was slave. Which I still don't understand.
Defeated, you may now take the ceremonial dagger. Now that you've found both magical components, Elminster can open the portal within the main chamber.
Trying. Oh dear. Did you guys start without us?
Was it? No, we're still the world's gimpiest boss. Actually, has managed to kill some people. Ouch. Thank you.
Yep.
The Timble Guardian twitches spasmodically, then noisily slides
that was embarrassing.
into death. The portal entrance is now clear.
So on your turning clerk, did you only take wisdom to 18 and then everything else in charisma?
Yes.
The Temple of Loth
Mostly
lies
pretty.
before you, preeminent in its position high atop the gigantic ziggurat of the City of Mortals.
And turning has a really fast refresh. So as long as the beholder doesn't drain you.
Now I will find the thread of the weave and deliver it to
Well,
Loth.
you have to have the items too. Like I've got the anti-beholder item and the anti-quell
What can
thing.
it be? It's the girl, Anna.
Oh, I thought you meant turning items.
Delicious. The brave heroes delivered the thread of the weave right into
Oh,
my
for turning
hands.
items. Those are the things that, those are the
The
ones
thread
that
of the weave is my gift to you.
I can craft.
Now enter the portal, girl, and accept your
And then
fate.
craft a dual item.
You cannot resist.
The
but isn't that new item from the orchard?
I command you.
Pretty profound turning item. Get which one it is.
Seraphim
I
helmet.
cannot. Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
that, but I can get a few more dice off crafted item.
Oh, really?
I think the gloves of immortality stack with the Seraphim also.
Slay these unworthies in your glorious name.
Well, there's I think four different turning items that stack. They had a DDO cast, I don't know, maybe, about a month ago, where they talked about clerics. That's kind of where I got some of the ideas from for it.
Mother of spiders, send me your children to cleanse your temple.
Oops, sorry, I overlaid them.
It worked really well in Fall of Truth.
Why do you persist?
Get rid of all the...
Unstoppable.
Do they still explode?
The thread of the weave.
Not if you turn, no. Because you're just insta-killing them.
Oh, nice.
I got you.
I got her.
Dark Mother, send forth your demonic minions to slay your enemies. Loth, I beseech you, help me defeat your foes. Did I not bring you the thread of the weave? Loth, please, hear me. Your servant begs you.
Nice.
Weakling, you dare to beg, Lulz? A high priestess may never beg.
I can't die like this. Please, please, not like this.
No, thank you.
No thank you.
Looks like a nice item, though.
But one reward from our Dark Mother.
It is pretty nice.
Death.